So you find hemoglobin in all your red blood cells. So red blood cells look like that. And to be specific, every hemoglobin carries 4 molecules of oxygen. So what our discs will look like once we get oxygen in them is like that. Our disc will have 4 molecules of oxygen on each one. Does that make sense? It's just like a car, a standard coupe. Every car, if you're using carpooling, can carry about 4 people comfortably, correct? That's all it is, and it's transporting the oxygen to, can you guys guess?
The body.
And what specifically in the body? The brain. Cells. All the cells. Brain cells, finger cells, toe cells. So step 1. This is where the dance begins. Step 1, our mouth inhales. Our mouth inhales oxygen. Step 2. The oxygen goes down, not does down, goes down the trachea and transfers to the lungs. Go. So how many oxygens are we going to put into each cell? 4.
Am I doing every single one or is it just doing one per example?
Well, that depends.
Do you want to do it right or do you want to do it wrong?
Why do you have to die?
Okay. So oxygen, we literally drink in the oxygen, you guys. And it's going in, and the oxygen is going to bind. The protein in the hemoglobin binds to that oxygen molecule. Now, so what is our little cars called again? What are these little cars called? Hemoglobin. Next. Step 3. The oxygenated blood goes from the lungs to the left atrium. So our left atrium is Mr. Jordan right here. Okay? So ladies, our lungs, can you guys please hand him a piece of hemoglobin? Give him one too. Okay? From there, our oxygenated blood goes where?
Left ventricle.
Left ventricle. Now why do we got the big dude in the left ventricle? Hand it off to the left ventricle.
Biggest ventricle is the biggest part of the heart.
It's the biggest ventricle. Why?
Because it needs to push all the blood to the rest of the body.
It needs to push the rest of the blood to the body, okay? Okay? So, fun fact, the left ventricle is the biggest because it has to deliver blood to the entire body. That left ventricle is going to transfer oxygenated blood to the body. Go. Anyway.
He needs help.
Just the oxygenated one, right? Please note, all of you guys should be getting oxygenated blood. If you're not, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Got it? The fact that our mouth is super lazy and is starving you guys full of oxygen, well, what do you expect from our ex-senator? No?
Savage.
Listen up. Step 6. Step 6. Within the cells, the oxygen will be used and the waste product will turn into carbon dioxide. So go ahead, cells who got oxygen, use those cells. And how many carbon dioxides do you think it'll hold? 4. Okay? This process that your cells are going through right now, that is cellular respiration. This is it. Okay? Without the oxygen delivering to the cells, you would never be able to go through it. Okay? Now what?
Goes to the right ventricle.
The deoxygenated blood goes from the cells to the right atrium. So Jose is our right atrium. No, they are going to you.
Pizza delivery service. Looks like a pizza too. No oxygen.
And then that deoxygenated blood goes from the right atrium to right ventricle, which then goes
To the lungs to be reoxygenated.
out. Shut up. Then step 9, deoxygenated blood goes from the right ventricle to the lungs. Now, if we keep that carbon dioxide in our body, again, we will die. So, what's our 10th step?
Throw it to him.
The oxygenated blood goes in the lungs and it's exhaled through the mouth into the atmosphere. Okay? So lungs, go ahead and go back to the mouth. Don't take the hemoglobin, because if you're vomiting up blood, that's going to be a bad sign. Okay, hold on. So now that carbon dioxide comes back into the atmosphere. Hint, hint.
Trees.
The carbon dioxide is taken by the trees, turned into oxygen. That process is called photosynthesis. You guys see that cool cycle?
Yeah.
You guys ready to do the dance without me talking?
So why is everyone trying to like, cut down the trees? Just on all the trees.
That is our environmental unit, not this unit. So, listen. This is how I just walked you through the steps. I want you guys to go, because obviously the whole thing should be that these lungs are tired. They're holding all this blood. If the blood is hanging out in the lungs, you're going to basically drown. This is a bad thing. So oxygen needs to be entering, freeing up these cells. These